Yeah, this is a collected poem based on a strange Hungarian film called Spittle. And what we're trying to do with it is find its other story, as it were.
It's by the Bukharov brothers. A child is dreaming on the diving board. The present has happened to me and you. Mother is drinking. Father is gone. If I sculpt a child from wood, chisel its small features, tracing grain and following rings, I will remake my childhood. Ordering forgets itself as I remember that wasn't me, it wasn't you, and we shout drunk with forgetting. A pale crucifix floating in the water, while another burns in snow. We have heard the elderly murmur on board the coach, trundling dark, as if going home might help, tugging at cheap curtains, still clutching empty bottles.
Smashed by the time we arrive, flint soils those of our words, dishevelled tea, we finish the wine, float on our backs in ghost water, waiting for one to turn starfish, which he does silently without complaint. Bitter expectant with a little boy swimmer folded into our moment passing by, and we are in mourning, untethered, small appetites battening on the here and now. She's a woman, let her pick the coffin. There is no soul after all, why struggle to choose? Clouds, echoes, reflections, these things have more life than our rancid projects clattering on a spool. Later, night swimming in our death suits, the pool's water is a seraphic sky, untenanted. Elsewhere, the mother talks of climbing to arise to see a sky's worth of birds lift themselves out of this world, and with them, her son. We are past caring now, the hour's marked. Let him burn his tiny cross of rage. We have read the cards of the seer. We will lie together in the ceremony, knowing his dream before his eyes close.
That blue nocturnal doctor, that splinter in the tongue. A child wakes up, a cork moth silhouette vibrating predictions show themselves to be old ways to remember the future. Icons in the rock, the usual tributes, polished by dismay, indebted to the goat. While carried, paralysed through the forest. Beyond archetypes, how many times I've come forth from a mother's womb. Reborn! But only in memorial to birth, reenacted by old men in the swimming pool, how the drinking drown and age ties each limb with growing weights, just happening to be too much, and suddenly nothing waits but a film's projected beam facing a camera, with light in the lens to be later lit, and now watching it back as clouds across the water. Hello, son. I am your father.
The apparition of caring.
Each the other's wet afternoon.
Hello, Father. I am your father.
A cosmic elbow in the ribs.
Without which my lungs collapse. I will deny you 3 times. Maybe 4. When you shake me, I have other children all made the same. Don't pretend to run away that you didn't know this. Your dream on the boat, your little thing tucked in. You are not, nor will you ever be, the hermetic androgyne. Blessed be the loaded dice, the game of men throughout the ages. No priest, scientist to rescue you, no matter how deeply you dream like a firework. Clubs within clubs within clubs. Until you vanish behind the red curtain and punch in the Judy box or theatre. Don't hold out, son. So little of you is left in me. Until we disappear from each other, I see you run from the bridge into the wheelchair you live in. This must be all of it. Birds still in flight, a splinter in the throat, horse and cart vanishing through the ice. We are this enchanted film, waking up from itself.
We built a bridge. We built a bridge between two places that no longer exist. As long as the audience is sleeping, the film can begin again, as you were, a child dreaming on the diving board.